Hey everybody in the Rusty Mark land, hope y'all are doing well. Got another little short video for you. Had got the old 83Z out today and hadn't driven it in a couple of months. It's been in the garage with a car cover on it. Pretty sunshiny day, and I thought, well, I'm gonna get it out and drive it. I don't normally drive it in the rain. I don't drive it in the rain unless I get caught in the rain somewhere away from home. But anyway, this is my 83 280ZX. It's got I rode it over the 156,000 mile mark today, so it's got 156,000 actual miles on it. And if you look back in my other videos, I've went over this car pretty extensively. My uncle bought it in September 1983, slightly used. I think it had like 3,000 miles on it. It was very low miles. So it's been in my family since 1983. Always been garage kept, and so it's been well preserved. Now it has been repainted once and the interior redone once on it back in 2008, and it's dusty and dirty now. The air is really dirty here. As you can tell, my sinuses have really kicked in today, acting up. But anyway, I put a new set of BFGs on it here a while back. That's an update. Raised white letter, looks a little sportier. I love them. I probably don't have I probably put more miles on it today on those tires than I drove about 100 miles or so today. And those tires don't have probably 200 miles on them. But while I was out today, and I've already fixed it, I didn't video it, but my starter went to clicking. I thought, well, son of a gun. Well, it's a 5-speed, and I was parked on the incline, so I kicked it off, started it that away. And I got home, and same thing, turned the key to start, click, 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 click. I thought, well, either my starter's gone south, or it sounds like solenoid's kicking in. It's clicking right. Anyway, I messed with it. Couldn't get it to work right. So I pulled the starter off of it, got it over here on the workbench, and it was just a bad contact from the lead wire that goes into the starter winding to the solenoid. That lead where it connected on the solenoid was dirty. So I took it all apart, cleaned all the connections, and got that working. I'm like, well, thank goodness it wasn't a starter or Bendix or whatever. So got that working, and it's starting good now. Anyway, had a revolting incident today. Like I said, I hadn't driven this car in a couple of months. I don't drive it in the rain. I just drive it on pretty days now and then. Keep it running, lubricated, run some gas out of it, put some fresh high octane in it. Me and a buddy was eating lunch at a restaurant. Guy come walking in. He said, who owns that Z car? And I said, it's mine. He said, man, I backed into it. I said, oh my God, my heart sank. Because my uncle left me this car 2 years ago when he passed away. And got a cute little Datsun Z license plate on it, which is cool. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just sick. So we come out here and look at it. Sure enough, there it is. F-250 corner of a bumper. Right there. And it's got a little crease there, one right there. I've already bought some paint. I had it shot, and they mixed up some paint for me, and that's that little spatch right there that I put on there, and it really matches really well. So I think I'm good with the paint color. And so anyway, guess who's going to the body shop? The guy was super nice. I mean, you know how people are nowadays. He could have drove off, and I'd have been really, really, really upset. But turns out he was a really nice guy, and owns a business. And in fact, a buddy of mine works for him. And so we talked. He shared, all the information with me. He said, man, just to be honest with you, he owns a business, so he has a fleet of vehicles. He said, I'd rather not put this on my insurance. I will pay for the repairs. I will make you happy. And I said, okay, man. We exchanged phone numbers, with all that stuff. So I think it's gonna be fine. My heart sank. I mean, it just really did. Out of all the cars I have that I don't care gets banged up, this one I care about because of the sentimental value it means to me. And so anyway, the guy's he's going to be fine. My son-in-law he's a body man. He's got a body shop, and he knows my son-in-law. So, kind of small town USA, everybody knows everybody. So I think it's going to be fine. I just got to get this fixed now. I just hate that it happened. I hate that it happened to this car. But I know that, that's what, you take that chance when you drive your Classic. It could happen to your Classic, one of my other Classics. It could happen. It can happen. If you're going to drive it, you stand a chance of something getting damaged or whatever. It's just a chance you take. I was really nice to the guy. He was a nice guy. He did everything right by coming in and finding me. And he said, man, I looked at your car when I was parked right beside him. He said, man, I was going out to my truck, looked at that car, and I'm like, man, that's a good looking car, And he pulled out of the parking spot, and somebody was pulling in, and he backed up to give him some more room, and boom, hit the car. Like I said, back bumper, corner of the bumper. Hey, listen, I know it's just a car and it can be fixed, but it broke my heart just a little bit. I ain't gonna lie about it. It did. The good thing, I mean, it could have been worse. He could have, if he was square with my vehicle, he could have caved in the door. I mean, it really could have been bad. I mean, I'm talking a late model F-250 four-wheel drive, big step bumper on the back. I mean, he really could have done a lot more damage than just the corner of a bumper, okay? So, in any situation that you go through in life, and you think, man, this is terrible. Well, you got to remind yourself it could always be worse. I could have had a lot more damage. Somebody could have been hurt. It could have been a moving accident. I mean, there's a lot of variables. It could have been so many other things. And it wasn't. It was just a corner of a bumper. That's why they call them accidents. It's a bummer to happen to a Classic. It is a bummer. But again, if you're going to have an old car, and you got to drive them once in a while. You got to keep them limbered, keep the battery charged, keep the oil lubricated, you know, in the engine, keep the wheels round on it, keep the brakes clean. You know, I drive my stuff. I just do. I drive it because I want to enjoy them. I don't have a trophy car. If I ever had a trophy car, it would be this one. But, you know, it is what it is. I hate it to dickens. I really do. But things just happen. And you just gotta, okay, well, we just gotta fix it. Dude's gonna pay for everything. Again, super nice guy. You know, he after I told him the story of this car and how it came to me, he said, man, I'm just so sorry. I mean, he was very nice, and it's just, you know, it just is. It's one of them things. But it's, what do you do? Okay, what do you do? You just got to get it fixed and get everything, you know, taken care of, and keep driving and enjoying them. Now, does this make me a little a little more skittish of parking it in the parking lot? Absolutely, it does. I ain't gonna lie about it. I may try to learn to park a little bit different, maybe away from traffic a little, or, you know, toward the back. Park it crossways in the lines if there's enough room. I don't want to take up anybody's extra parking spot, you know, but if there's plenty of room, I might park it diagonally. So maybe something like that won't happen again. But, you know, life goes on, and we just do what we can. But I wanted to share that with you. You know, a little fender bender. And I plan on having, I'm going to try to get some video of it while it's in the body shop being worked on. But I want to start documenting it today, Thursday, October 24th. I believe is the right date. And I just want to document it today. This is what we got to start with. And then I'll get some video of it, you know, while it's working, while we're working on it and stuff. And then the finished product. So that's why I'm kind of honing in on this spot right here, so you remember kind of what it looks like. But anyway, thanks for watching the Rusty Mark. Do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Y'all have a good one.